What it is, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. K-Wave, coming at y'all with another video, man. For today's video, I'm about to be telling y'all how I got my license. Here's the story of how it goes. Obviously, I see him in the truck. I feel like if I recorded this video in any other way besides in the truck, it wouldn't be the same. So here I am in the truck. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm doing a run that I already recorded for you guys, way high to Charbon Nose Brook, Broadbrook. Excuse me. So to get into the story though, when I first started my life, well, I'm gonna tell you a little background first. I've been in love with trucks since I was young, since I was like mad young, since I was crazy young. Turn the Jake off. I don't know if y'all can hear me too well or not. Right? I've been had a passion for trucks for a while. I've always known that I wanted to do something with trucks or something like that because my dad drove trucks. And I seen a few comments and stuff like that. People asking how come I got an A and I drive a B? Wow. It's an Audi R8. That's the second one I seen today. And I seen a G-Wagon today. People got money. But yeah, my dad has his own truck. And I was I don't know what the fascination has been with me, but I've always wanted to drive a truck because of him, obviously. He's driven tractor trailer, car carrier, dump truck. I feel like I'm missing one, but those are the ones that I know off the top of my head. And growing up and seeing all of that, I was just yo, I need to drive a truck. I graduated high school 17. Shout out to everyone in the class of 17, no matter what school you went to. 2017, we out here, that's us. Right? But to continue on, I graduated high school, and school isn't for everyone. School is seriously not for everyone. There's different ways to go about it. You take a semester off, you do this, you do that. There's a lot of different ways you can approach dealing with school. For me, I tried going to I actually applied to a few schools in state and out of state, well, my state obviously, and it didn't work out, to say more or less. Ended up going to community college for I did a year, or I did one semester. I did a year or I did one semester, right? I did a year or I did one semester. I did one of the two. And it just dawned upon me, I'm in school. I don't mind it. I definitely want to go back at some point in time in my life. But I knew that at the point in time where I was, I didn't want to be in school. I wanted to work. I feel like I've been working since I was 17, 18, 17? I think 17 or 16. So I've had my first job. And then I started the process of my CDL when I was about 18 years old. I did a lot of research because there's about a few schools. I don't know if what I have in my state is all over the world. So excuse me if I say terms that you guys may not, schools you may not know. I don't know if NETS is around the world. I don't know. I feel like I've never, I don't know. Point blank, I don't know. But NETS is a school that's super expensive. And me personally, I don't got the money to be paying for NETS like that. And I don't think it was a good idea to put all of that loan either in my name or my family's name for them to deal with. So NETS wasn't an option, and there had to have been other ways. There had to have been other ways about going about getting my CDL. So I found a few schools here and there. I found this one school called All-State CDL Training. Shout out to them because that's the school I went to. That's the school I graduated from to get my CDL. To let you guys know, I have my CDL Class A. And for that school, what they do one-on-one personal training. It's about your class an hour and a half. And it's up to you how often you go to school. You go to school every day. You go to school once a week. You go to school once a month. No matter what. And they're pretty affordable. I'll tell you guys, I paid about, that truck was bad nice. I paid about, I didn't pay all of it personally, but the school costed about, I think, $3,800, and that was because they put me in the truck and they seen that I had a little bit of experience already, So they lowered my price. I think that's how they evaluate you. And once they evaluate you, they see where they should place you at a price range and for like a certain amount of learning hours. So I think I needed about like 35 hours, and I paid about $3,800 or something like that. There's probably cheaper schools out there around the world, but for me living in Connecticut and for me being 18 wanting my CDL, at the time that was the cheapest school I found, and I ran with it. And that's what I did. But yeah, I needed about 35 hours. I went to school about three or four times a week. I tried to because I wanted to just get it over with. Like I was anxious to finally be able to drive trucks. So that's what I did. Went to school, and it got really frustrating and really annoying. Like a lot. Because like, you know, when you feel like you know something, it comes natural to you. That's how I felt, but it wasn't the case. When I was in the truck, mind you, like I said, I got my Class A, so I was learning with a truck and a trailer. I was doing alley docks, I was doing straight backs, I was doing parallel parking, and I didn't even get to touch the road for so long, and all I wanted to do was drive the truck on the road. And I was rushing myself when I wasn't even ready for that. That was my big problem. That's how it came down to all of that. And I was rushing myself a lot when it came to that. And the main part that got annoying is because I felt like I knew I could do it and I was always slipping up. And that's what angered me the most, is because like I knew what I was doing and I knew that I could do it. I was doing straight backs, alley docks, and all that stuff repeatedly, day after day after day, like consistently. Like I'd get to school, I'd talk to my instructor, my teacher, and stuff like that. I'd be like, all right, what are we doing today? They go straight backs. And then I won't see him again. I go Monday, and then I won't see him till Wednesday. I go Wednesday, and I say, all right, so what's going on, teacher? What are we doing today? Straight backs. And I'm just like, oh my, can we do something else? Like it was really annoying and really frustrating. But I'm glad that he did it how he did, because he didn't rush me into the things that I clearly wasn't ready for. But all went well. And I ended up graduating school. Like I was nervous when it came to my test date. Man, I think I was the second or the third person to go. And in my opinion, I'll tell you guys, the pre-trip was the hardest thing about getting your CDL for me. It's a lot to remember, and it's a lot to like try and obtain. I think what I struggled the most on was the trailer portion and the in cab. If you asked me like to do the pre-trip for like the CDL test, I probably wouldn't be able to like remember everything. But I know you gotta like talk about your window. Well, for Connecticut, I don't know about other states. I feel like it should be the same for every state, but hey. But they want you to say your windows are clear or not cracked, your windshield clear or not cracked, your wiper blades work, your seat work, no more than I think 2 inches of play. The truck goes into gear fine. The air light buzzer, all that stuff. You got to say all that stuff when it comes to the testing. And that's just the in cab. You got to go outside the cab, talk about the cab, and then you got to talk about the trailer. And it was just like, I was nervous. I was real nervous. And I think I was the second or the third person to go the day that we took my test. There was a girl. She was the very first person to go. She came back after she did her drive and she passed. And I think another guy, he didn't do too well. He got some points taken off, but he ended up passing. And then came my turn. I don't remember about second or third. About second, third, whatever the case was. But when it was my turn, I did the pre-trip. I introduced myself to the guy. You know, I was like, how you doing, bud? You know, all of that. But I ended up going. I did the pre-trip. I was nervous. I stumbled over my words a lot. The guy was telling me, he was like, hey, breathe. Take your time, and like, don't rush. I think he seen that I was nervous. After I did that, I realized, like, you know, he's a pretty nice guy. I was kind of scared because, you know, most times people think that the instructors are gonna be like rude and more of like a jerk, like an asshole and stuff like that. But he wasn't that bad. He was really nice and he was helpful to me. And I ended up taking the test and everything. He told me when we went on the road that he liked the way I drive and everything. And he was just telling me that I should really focus on slowing down. Like, he's seen the anxiousness in me, and I think that's where I kind of like might have messed up a little bit. I don't recall getting any points taken off, But he was just telling me, like, when you start to drive other people's trucks and stuff like that, just remember to always take your time. That was something that he stressed to me a lot. Like, a lot. So, that's just a little quick, probably, 11-minute video. Probably just to be straight talking. I just want to let you guys know the story of how I got my CDL. And how long I've been, like, wanting to get into this truck stuff. It's not easy, I'll tell you that. It's really not easy, but if trucking is something that you want to get into, I say approach it with no fear and just jump straight at it. Because, like, I was nervous myself. Like, even when I first got to the school and they evaluated me, they put me in a truck and a trailer, and they said, all right, let's see what you know. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, like, I haven't been inside a truck and a trailer, like, in forever. Like, this is going to feel crazy. So, after I did that, I got in the truck, and they was like, go forward and go straight back. I'm like, that's it? I'm like, man. I'm over here driving the truck, I'm backing up. I'm like, yo, the trailer like this, the truck like this. I'm like, yo, this is hard. I'm like, damn. He was like, take your time, go for it, do it again. I'm like, all right, cool. I slowed down a lot more the second time. And I was doing it, I'm just like, damn, trailer's still kind of crooked. I'm getting nervous at this point. I'm just like, yo, I don't know. It's looking bad. Went inside, he was like, yeah, you did pretty good. A lot of people can't even do what you did. I was like, oh, okay. I felt real good and all of that. So I was just like, all right, maybe, I'm not doing so bad. I feel like the main thing to remember about getting your CDL instead while driving the truck is, I'm gonna say what they told me is take your time with it. Don't rush it, don't force it. Just go with the flow of things. If you have a good teacher or instructor, just listen to them and take your time, because there's no point in rushing. Because when you get into a truck and you by yourself, you in the real world, nobody gonna tell you like start downshifting or start slowing down, use the brake, or how far do you think you need to be from this corner to swing the trailer around. Like, nobody's gonna tell you none of that. So you just have to think about it and kind of know it. So my advice for anybody wanting to get their license or have their license and are trying to get, like, get into it, take your time, don't rush, and just be sure, like, seriously, be sure to always, like, know how to approach things. Like, how do I explain it? Anybody that's wanting to get their license, the piece of advice that I can give you guys is just take your time, don't force it, and just be sure to go at your own pace and do what you're comfortable with. Like, if the instructor is telling you to do something, and like how I was trying to force it and he was trying to tell me to chill out, it might be vice versa where he's telling you to do something and you're not ready for it. You know you are. So what you do is go at your own pace. Do what's comfortable for you. My camera sliding. Do what's comfortable for you, and don't be scared to speak up. Don't be scared to speak up. I don't really got much else to say because this video is about the story of how I got my license. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.